Hey, so recently we at DSM were lucky enough to be able to play a new system we'd never played before called Mothership. This is a survival space horror tabletop RPG. Got to be honest, loved it. We went along to one of Roll With It's game nights. Shout out to those guys. Absolutely fantastic experience, as it always is. Honestly, fell in love with this system. I definitely want to play some more of it, and I thought I'd just share a little bit about it with you guys.
Awesome. It was really, really fun. And we got to choose from a lot of sort of generated character sheets. But they did give us a sort of insight and a breakdown into how you would create a character.
Exactly. I mean, that seems to be something that's built into the system. That the character sheets actually have a step-by-step guide on them as to how you actually create your characters. One of the things that we were told as we were playing this game was this is dangerous. This is a game that is designed to make you realize how dangerous space is. You are not a hero. Unlike other games we played like Draw Steel, which is designed to be very heroic fantasy, you are just an average guy. You've got a background in something. We had a couple of ex-Marines. We had one pharmacist, I believe, who was weird. The character, not the player. And we also had we had a couple of androids and a janitor, which I found very entertaining. But yeah, you are normal people and you are in space. Turns out space is very, very dangerous, especially for those who are not naturally heroic. This game, it is designed to scare you. The D100 panic engine, they call it, is designed kind of similar to, I think, Call of Cthulhu, where you are, you have high-ish stats, but you're trying to roll under them. With a D100, and you've got a stat of 35, for which I did for a fair few number of my stats, that's difficult. And I definitely wouldn't have survived the game on my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is why we had other players. It really forces you to work together.
Mm-hmm. And it definitely feeds into the genre as well as like, you've got a kind of high chance of failure here. Obviously, with your skills, the way it works as well, you get again, it's like not just like a +1, +2, a little bit of chunky number on the skill. You get to add to your roll, to your threshold, give you a higher chance of doing it. It was very interesting, but it was very easy to pick it up. And we were all playing brand new, first time, seamless, straight into the story of it. It was really fun.
Yeah, I think to be honest, obviously that was just a one shot, and I think the fact that everyone didn't know what they were doing first time round really played into, we're on a spaceship drifting through space, everything's broken, we don't know what we're doing. Really helped. I would love to see what a sort of long term campaign would look like in that system, and that's something that I really kind of want to explore further down the line. I'm already ordering it. It shows you how excited I am to be. I've already experienced it from the player side, and I definitely want to play it again. But I also really want to give it a go playing as the warden or the games master. I think that's something that I really want to explore as well. So we'll do some more stuff on that later on.
Definitely. And I think it'll be really fun to pass this one around the group because it's so flexible in the type of horror, and we just get like a small insight to the end towards the types of enemies and just the range of actually how you could play into it. Like fully, if you want to go like fully slapstick, like just a bunch of like very slasher, lean into the comedy. But if you want to go that other way and go really intense and full on horror, and kind of every space in between.
100%.
So it'd be cool to see what the whole group can do with it.
Oh yeah, no, we had, I mean, just in our game, we had moments of aliens. There were a few people crawling through, not air ducts, I think you were crawling through like a water coolant or something, and then suddenly a multi-armed monster jumps out and you were trying to fight it off. That happened. We also had definitely elements of Blade Runner, when the androids on the team decided they wanted to suck the air out of the room all the organic members of the team were in. But whatever, I'm not bitter.
It was just to put you to sleep for a little bit so we could protect the company property. The company is family, David.
Yeah, I'm just going to come out here and I'm just going to tell anyone. I know there's people may say that I'm inciting some sort of hatred, but don't trust the androids. They're out to get you.
No, obviously there was a lot of range in how you could play the androids. I think being a one-shot and things were getting late in the game, we're all sort of feeding into each other and getting a little bit mischievous as the night went on. And I think I won't spoil it. Maybe you can delve into it in a deeper video, but there is a fun little option if you choose to play the android role that can.
Yes, there's a lot of fun in it. I will also point out two other quick things. One, I admit I was not perfect. I was playing a ex-marine of. I was trying to do a Russian accent. It was not great. But yeah, I may have lent a bit too hard into how emotionally damaged the guy was, because I think I racked up the largest body count on the team.
You got a little bit trigger happy.
Yes, I may have accidentally shot our chief engineer in the face with a ricochet.
At least it was an accident.
That was an accident. Me shooting the scientist was just instinct. But anyway, we don't need to go. We don't need to go into the specifics. The other thing I'll point out is that this game is, as I say, as a player, I definitely felt the fear, but it's also built into the system, because as the game goes on, you get stress points. And when you reach a certain level, as one of our players did, when you reach a certain level of stress with every sort of with every kind of fail or bad interaction you have, you risk your character going into panic or catatonia. And that, yet again, that is something that you are definitely feeling. So rather than a number of other systems I played where it's like, okay, we tried this, oh, that didn't work, I'll try this, that didn't work, try this, try that. You've really got to think about what you're doing, because every time you fail on something, the stakes get you get a little bit close to that moment where you're going to break. And that piles on that pressure. And yet again, it provides that. One of my favorite films is Aliens. You're definitely sitting there going, oh God, I really can't afford to mess up anymore.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Really adds to the tension. It's one of those games where even just from one game, the mechanics really enforce the genre.
Oh yeah.
And it led to some really, and even just for one night with a group of like strangers, some really interesting like RP moments and character and bonds across the table. It was really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to play it some more.
I mean, I really got on with the other Marine. I didn't trust the androids from day one, from the first second we got out of the cryopods. But maybe I'm prejudiced.
It makes you feel any better. Even there was sabotage between the androids, so it was. It wasn't a human thing.
Don't trust the mechs. That's it. That's the only message. Don't trust the mechs. End of video.
I can agree with that. If I want to take anything away from this, is don't trust AI.
Yeah, don't trust AI.
Android
folks.
bad.
They're coming for you.
Wonderful. Well, I can't wait to get our hands on it. I can't wait to see what you do with it, and then maybe we can chat a little bit more from the warden's perspective.
Watch this space.